Happy Sunday, everyone. I know that I usually don't do like a regular vlog on Sundays. I usually do like Tuesday Talk, Thursday Thoughts, sometimes Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Those out of those 4 days, I'll post like a weekend recap vlog. But today is a little bit different. It's actually a very special event or occasion in my life that I wanted to talk about, especially since it is such a huge part of my life and I share a lot on this channel. And we'll get into it. So 6 years ago today is when my whole ministry journey kind of really began and took off for me. I absolutely love what I do. I would have given up on it a long time ago if it wasn't meant for me to do and if I didn't love it. From the first Sunday that I started, I didn't know where it was going to take me, but I knew it would take me somewhere. And I am so grateful that what I'm experiencing now is my somewhere. So we're going to talk about my journey in ministry all the way from 6 years ago today until currently. So starting out in the music department was a huge lifesaver for me. Music ministry was my biggest security, especially at the time that I was involved in it, because there was a lot of different things going on in my life. And music and worship is just one of those ways that I express myself outside of prayer and to God. And so that was really just a huge thing for me because I went through so much in the 4 years that I was in music ministry. 2016, 2017, my father was about to become pastor and got ordained. And so it was a huge change because I became a PK and it was just a lot of emotional struggles. 2018 had a hurricane in our city. 2019 lost my grandmother, had surgery. 2020, a little bit of 2020 we had in-person worship, before COVID, and just a whole lot of things were going on. And so it was definitely just a way for me to disconnect from everything and who I am to other people, and give my gift back to God fully. And like I said, I love to worship and I love worshiping God through music. And it's just, y'all know that it couldn't be more perfect because I love music. People do not always understand about minstrels and church musicians is that you're also leading people as well. You're creating a message in the music. It's not just the preacher or the singers, saying the lyrics, but it's the way that we play and how God leads us to play. Everything that we've done in our music department at church has been a joint effort, and there has been no me, my, I in team. It's always been we, and I love that. So I did music ministry for 4 years, 2016 to 2020. Then, of course, in 2020, I became the media director for church, handling all the media stuff, streaming for virtual church, recording, graphics, all of that. The pandemic took me away from everything I knew because music was everything. Like, I was good with music. Like, I was doing it for 4 straight years. Like, I was like, if I'm doing this, like, I'd be okay. And I just thought that was it. And this journey of being now a department leader, it is so crazy amazing. And I know that I shared the ministry journey from being a musician and media director, but there's something else that I got to talk about. Now, okay, so y'all know that I sing, I also play music, that sort of thing. I am a singer that plays music, but I'm not a musician that sings, if that makes sense. In this pandemic, during this period of virtual church and, isolation, if you will, I've realized the return of going back to the initial assignment of doing what I was meant to do in the first place, which was singing. Back then, because of the legacy and the family that I'm a part of, growing up with singers and preachers in my family, my dad's parents, and then my dad, being pastors, and singers. Church people always told me that they wanted to hear me sing. And back then it felt forced because it's just like, okay, you just want another system of this to happen in the next generation, you know? And now I look back, it wasn't necessarily always a force, but many people who said it were genuine and they saw, you know, more to this journey than I did. And I'm glad that God took me along this journey to bring me back to the initial assignment. So, you know, when we are back in-person worship, you'll probably see me more on a microphone than in music. Well, my singing is still music, but y'all know what I mean. But the past 6 years of ministry has been such an incredible experience, phenomenal. There's been ups and downs, especially when you add being in ministry on top of being a PK already. The one thing that keeps me, you know, motivated is just reminding myself of who I'm doing this for, you know, because when you think about what it's worth, regardless of being hurt, manipulated, condemned, judged, God is superior. You know, sometimes doing what you love and what you're called to do, you're going to get judged and looked at and stomped on and walked over and looked over. But when you keep your focus on Jesus, all these people and all those other voices blur out, and the focus of your assignment is solely between you and God. And I am just so grateful for this experience and the ability to not just change my life and what I choose to do, but changing other people's lives, knowing that God has called me to do this. I will say it has been an unforgettable 6 years, and my goal is at least like to 8 or 9. Probably 10, you know, but you know, God can take me beyond that if he wants to. And yeah, I will say, like, with all the struggles that ministry and being a PK at the same time brings, I have contemplated like walking out on this journey so many times, because church is literally my life. Like, it's my parents' full-time job. Like, church runs our family's life. So I've contemplated, you know, giving up and stepping back, but God, oh my goodness, he keeps finding more reasons to give me to love what I do all over again. And so, yeah,